What's good, Joe? Before this video starts, as we all know, it's finally the long-awaited season 2 of Chapter 3, and as celebration of this, I will be hosting a $20 giveaway, free entry with very easy steps to follow. All free. All you have to do is follow the easy steps in the description to be entered. If you are interested in this giveaway, then definitely do get involved. It does end on the 25th of March. You never know, you could win this. I wouldn't miss out on it. But also, if you do enjoy giveaways and not only that, but enjoy my content, then definitely do subscribe. I will definitely be doing way bigger giveaways in the future. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Make sure to watch the full video to get mechanics like this.
Drop me down.
Okay guys, so first things first, before we start anything, if you are on PC and on performance mode, what you're gonna wanna do is make sure you switch your settings right here to DirectX 11 or DirectX 12, because we're gonna be going into other settings to turn off, which do still affect your gameplay even on performance mode. So make sure you're on DirectX 11 before anything. Of the first setting, I do have my brightness set to 90%. I wouldn't advise anything higher or lower than 90% or 100%, should I say. 100% or below 90 really is too dark in my opinion, or too bright. Maybe 110, 110 maybe, but other than that I wouldn't really go past that. It's perfect. 90% you can see white superhero skins quite clearly, quite well in my opinion. But yeah, brightness, have that set to 90. Yeah, none of this really matters, so I'm gonna skip past this. So you just want to copy all my settings right here. You just want to make sure that you have 3D resolution on 100, view distance on medium, just so you can see players and spawns and stuff. Shadows off, you want this completely off if you can turn it off. I know on console that you can't, but if you are on PC, you're gonna want shadows off. You're gonna want this off. Textures, you just gonna want off. Effects off. Anything that's gonna slow down our gameplay, with this one off. VSync, we're gonna want this off. Motion blur, we're gonna want this off. Show FPS, you can show it, you can have this on or off. For me, I like to have it on personally to see when I'm dropping frames and why I'm dropping frames. Obviously you're gonna want this on performance mode when you come off this, but right now you're gonna leave it on DirectX 11. Have this on, off. Just make sure you copied all these settings. Okay, so for the game settings, toggle sprint, we're just gonna want this off. It's just gonna cause a whole lot of problems. There's literally no point, it's not optimal. Don't have toggle sprint on, guys. Make sure you have sprint by default on. It's literally everybody's doing it. It's that if you're not having this on, what are you doing? Honestly. But yeah, sprint by default, you're gonna want that on. Sprint cancel reloads, have this off. Terrible. Auto open doors, you're gonna want that on. This can help you in so many situations, guys, so many. You want this always on, just in case you edit. That could save your life, so make sure you have this setting on. Most wraps up movement. For combat, I do have hold swap pickaxe on. Toggle targeting, I have that off. Mark danger, I have this on. For auto pick up weapons, I don't have this on, but I have been hearing that it is quite useful to have. I'm not too sure, but for me, I just don't use it. For my configure, this is all my slots. I am controller, so for my shotgun, I have it first, just so after I edit with my max, my shotgun's always the first weapon that comes out. SMG second, consumables after that, and then yeah, this is like the most optimal for me. This is just perfect for me, so this is what I have it set as. Auto saw company consumables, I have this off. I did have it on. For me, it just didn't saw out, especially with my configure. It was just messing up a whole bunch of things, so I just left that off. Okay guys, so for building, we have reset building choice. You want that on. Disable creator option. This depends if you're playing comp or not. If you are playing comp, going for creator please, you are actually want to have this off. That's only if you're going for creator please, but other than that, you really just want it on. It's just a nuisance without it, if I'm being honest. Turbo building, of course you want that on. Now confirm edit and release, very interesting topic. For me, I personally have it off, but I would advise to use it. I only say I don't use it because I don't really need it. I do use double edit binds, so I do not really need to use confirm edit and release. Confirm edit and release, definitely I would say if you are one binded editor, 100% have confirm edit and release. It will double your edit speed and almost immediately, really. But for me, I don't have it because I have double edit binds. I can edit just as fast, maybe faster without it, if anything. So I don't really necessarily need it. But if you are looking for that best speed that you can get with edits, then definitely get confirm edit and release. I have this on. This is not really important. This is not really important. Not really important. Not really important. Not really important. Just make sure you have all these settings copied. Replays, I would say turn it off if you are having performance issues, because replays do play a big factor in how your actual game feels with all the storage and stuff like that. So just definitely turn it off if you don't need it. The only reason I have replays on is I bug review a lot. I like to go over my gameplay, so that's the only other reason I would say to have replays on. Other than that, if you're not watching your replays, there's no point of having it on. So yeah, that's literally the first part of my settings. So for HUD scale, I have this at 70%. This is perfect for me because it's not too little that I can't see my icons and my ammo and stuff and my guns, but it's also not too big to where it's blocking my screen and the characters. It's just the perfect size for me. I would say go around 70 to 80, but it all is really preference with HUD scale. I would say don't have it too big though. Try have it as low as possible to where you can see the screen as much as possible, but also having that good view of looking at your weapons and ammo and stuff like that. Show spectacle, I have that off. You can have it on, but I just turn it off because it's a distraction in my opinion for me. So I just turn that off. Reticle I have on. Player health, you just want all of this on, except from this. You just really want to have this copied everything really. Gyro, I've not really experimented with gyro all too much, but literally yeah. But onto the part that you probably clicked on the video for, the controller settings. So kicking it off, controller or run, I have this off. Doesn't really matter. I guess you could have it on maybe, but when you open your map you have auto run now anyways, so this literally I don't see a point of having this on really. Build immediately, build a pro. If you're not on build a pro, then what are you doing? Definitely have this on. I have my edit hold time and slide hold time to the lowest possible. The reason for this is I want to make sure I have the fastest edit speed I can definitely get that. I make sure I'm at the high performance every single time. I'm getting the lowest input every time. The game's getting the response immediately. Same with my slide. I like to move around a lot, and definitely sliding has definitely become a part of my gameplay 100% all the time. Like I'm always sliding, I'm always ducking and moving, so having my slide at the lowest possible. I wouldn't advise to have it the lowest because it can be quite hard to get used to, but for me personally I have it on the lowest. It makes me touch a lot of shots. Vibration, have this off. Now here's a little bonus. All right, now guys, I'm gonna give y'all a bonus tip, a bonus. So you see these settings right here, these settings matter. I know you might not think they do because they're blurred out, but these settings matter. These are your non-advanced settings. If you have this on deyy right now and I turn this back to advanced, this matters. My sense now has been sped up, so if I turn around right now, it is quite fast. For me it is quite fast compared to my normal sense. Even though it shows my sense as being normal, it definitely has changed. So if I turn this off and we'll turn it to 4, how it's normally, it definitely does feel a lot slower for me. Definitely try this out yourself. Definitely, yeah, definitely. Also guys, what you are going to remember is if you want to be a fast editor, that does not mean that you need a high sense. This is what I used to think. This is not the case at all. If anything, if you want fast edit speed, you want to go to a lower sense, because you just want to focus on your crosshair placement to get even faster speed, but that's a whole different video. So for horizontal boost, I have this on 0. I don't really use boost. It feels very inconsistent with my gameplay. I've not really experimented with it as much as I should have, but for me, I just don't really see a point of using it really. For my horizontal speed for my ADS, I have this on 9%. For me, this is the sweet spot for me. I get so many beams. I've been on this setting for maybe about 8 months. Maybe I've been literally in this 9%. I've not touched my ADS settings at all. This is what I'm used to. This is what my muscle memory is literally attached to. So 9% is literally the perfect for me. I have 1% boost speed, and for my dead zone, I have done 9% on 10%. This is just my controller, what's best for me, to where I don't get any drift but still get a very fast response from the game. I have my foot control on 1%, and I do have it on my volume. I have my main on 100%. I have music all the way turned off because it just annoys me. Sound effects, you do want to have this on 100%, but when I'm just chilling in creative or just relaxing, I do turn it down because I don't like it blasting in my ears. So I do just turn it down. But in game, you definitely want your sound effects on 100. Dialogue, I have that on 100. Voice chat, obviously you want to turn this up all the way if you are in voice chat. When you're just chilling in creative or something, you don't really want to hear other people. I just turn it all the way to 0. Cinematics 100%. That's normal. Sound quality, I do have this on high. 3D headphones, I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about 3D headphones, but for me, I've tried with both, and having it off has worked the best for me, to where I hear a lot of stuff. But I've not really tried 3D headphones in a while. Definitely thinking of experimenting in the near future, but for right now, I'm just gonna have it turned off. Background audio or sound, subtitles, I do have. If you care about this is what I have it as. I don't think you really care, but we're just gonna keep it moving. For the last part, I'm gonna talk about my binds. These are my binds. Now you might think my binds are very strange, especially for my crouch, but the reason I have my crouch as these two is just to crouch at very fast speed, like being able to click D-pad and right. I just feel like I can crouch a lot faster than most players, especially keyboard players, and it does help me with my slide movement as well. So I don't have to touch my right stick to actually crouch. I can just touch my D-pad. Like, this feels way more better, and being able to touch shots and stuff, this feels a lot more better. So that's why I have my double crouch sprints. Now for my build controls, these are all my controls. I edit on left stick. This is pretty much it. And then for edit controls, I select with R1 and I confirm with R2. This for me is made editing feel way more faster. I made this switch a very long time ago. I made this switch on console. It's probably a lot hard for you guys to learn this right now. I feel like stick to what you're used to, but if you completely new to the game, I would experiment using this. I feel like this has doubled my edit speed crazy. And yeah, my reset, let L1, have my crouch, have double crouch, and ability controls, not really anything special here, just the default really. I do have my controller platform as generic. For me, I've heard that this helps a lot in just making edits feel a lot more faster and the game feel more better. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just leave it generic anyways. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole run through of my settings. Guys, well, that's all my settings really explained in high def. If you do enjoy this video, then please leave a like and subscribe. It does support me in so many ways, and don't forget to join the giveaway down in the description. It does end on the 25th of March. Everybody can join, literally free guys, literally free. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, share, and love y'all.